Hello there. Welcome. Come, let's do some movement. So come. I was thinking the other day that, yesterday actually, that I don't know if you remember, years ago, there was that thing on daytime TV called the Sullivans. So I feel a little bit like the Sullivans. So land on your back, your knees are bent. And then just pull your lower back down into the floor. Because it seems people can't miss a day. Because even though nothing happens in any of the classes, it's kind of incrementally the complete story. And if you miss a day, you miss part of the story, it seems. So arching your back and flattening down. How amazing. Oh, arching your back and flattening down. And just feel, what is there today? If you dug the garden, if you drove a long distance, you feel that in your spine this morning. And one more time, arching your back and flattening down, and then begin to rock from side to side. And as you rock, you just reach your arms out to the sides and give your shoulders a little bit more space. So kind of pull them wide as you rock your knees from side to side. And then get a little bit, push your feet a little bit more into the floor. So rather than it being a passive dropping of your knees, there's a little bit more tiger in your legs. So just feel that. You're pushing your feet a little bit more into the floor. You'll feel more abdominal connection as a result. You'll feel more sensations of the connection between your torso and your legs. So push a bit more. Not rigidly, kind of juicily. And then back up to center. Nice. So arms along beside you. Roll up along your spine. And just feel that through the spine. What is this telling you right now? Rolling up. And rolling down. Nice. Next time you travel up, stay up. Bring your hands just to the front of your hips. So my palms are resting beside and my fingertips are just resting on the front of my hips. And then push your right foot a bit extra into the floor and feel how your right hip surges a little bit up, and then relax that push. And then push your left foot into the floor and feel how your left hip lifts a little bit more. And just do that. Right foot pushes more. Feel the down into your foot. And then left foot pushes more down into the left foot. And so imagine that you're out for a walk and one foot pushes, the other one pushes, and just feel how there's kind of a swaying in the pelvis a little bit as you do this. You're not exaggerating the sway. It's naturally happening as you push one foot, as you push the other foot. One foot, the other foot. Slowly rolling down. Land on the floor. And then push both feet down and rise up till you're again at your distance. And then push both feet firmly into the floor and feel how suddenly there's a sense of lightness through the pelvis, through the legs. Nice. And roll all the way down and land on the floor. Nice. Bring both arms straight up towards the ceiling and then reach your right arm up. And as you do so, let your shoulder only lift. And then drop your shoulder down. Left arm reaches up, shoulder only. And so your torso is helping you do the movement. My other shoulder is pushing into the floor. My torso is torsioning over. And now begin to lift your head if your neck feels comfortable. So really feel how your feet are helping you right now. Well, there is a sense of support from the whole of your body. So I've been really thinking, what is this kind of yoga that I teach? And I really kind of get that it's gestures and that it's tricks to help us connect into the whole of us. So make this a whole body movement. One more time. And dropping all the way down, bring your arms wide, straight out to the side. Bring your feet a little bit closer to your bum. Drop both knees down to the right. And then glide your left knee up towards your right shoulder and just pause there. And just breathe into your belly and let the left thigh, you can rest your foot on your thigh if you want to on the right thigh. You can rest your foot on the knee, or you can have your foot floating. If the weight of your leg is heavy, then bring your foot to your knee. And just let yourself really draw that left shoulder back. So imagine you're a bear in the woods and you have to scratch your left shoulder on a tree. So you're gliding your left shoulder. So my shoulder is lighter on the left, but I'm kind of gliding it up and down along the floor, trying to connect it or mobilize it, or just feel, what can I do with this left shoulder? Nice. Sliding all the way back. Both knees down towards the left. Glide your right knee up. Again, you can rest your foot on your leg for support, or let your foot float if you feel like your strength and range of motion is equal to this. And then just settle in. And there's always a kind of a sigh or a surge that emerges from my body as I settle into these twisty poses. Softening your face. And then when things begin to settle in the pelvis and the rib cage, notice what your right shoulder's doing. And then, like a bear in the woods, scratch your shoulder. Just feel that. How do I do that? And I feel like my ear and my jaw on the right is trying to help my shoulder move. And I'm just feeling like the whole of that right upper head, torso, neck, scalp is kind of going, oh, I can help you. So let your body help itself. How would you make this movement whole? Nice. Gliding back, both feet to the floor. And then just roll up along your spine, traveling up, and pause on the up. So we're going to do a thing where we tilt our pelvis a little bit, but your knees are not going to move. They'll move a little bit, like tiny bit, but they're not going to sway from side to side. So it's not a knee twisty thing. So drop your right bum straight down to the floor. So my pelvis has tilted. It's like if I was holding a tray of coffee stuff, I would totally lose everything over towards the right, and then come back up to center. And then drop your left bum down to the floor, and then come back up. And so kind of feel like it's a U shape. You drop your right bum down, you surge up. You drop your left bum down, you surge up. Feel the swoop or the shape of this in you. And because we're pivoting, is that the word for this? Because we're torsioning the pelvis, you're going to hear loads of sounds from the sacrum, from the sacroiliac joints, from the deep pelvic floor. There's this amazing basket of muscles, ligaments, connectivity down there. And so just here, without rocking your knees much from side to side, your legs are staying center. What do you feel and hear and connect to as you just oscillate into a kind of a up, down at one bum, up, down at the other bum? One more time. Hear it. Nice. Bring both bums to the floor and squeeze both knees up towards you. Just hug them in. Just feel that. Can you find stillness in this place? Nice. And then just roll like there's a clock on the back of your pelvis. So I've decided that Chico's snoring is like a ghost snoring. I can see it, I can hear it, I know it's there, and nobody else can. It's quite an interesting thing. So he's here beside me this morning, Chico, in front of the fire. That's where he loves to be. Nice. Bring both feet to the floor. Roll over onto your side and come all the way up into your cat pose. Nice. So push your hands into the floor and then round your back and look towards your navel. And then arching your back, try and lift your chest between your arms or your heart between your arms. And then rounding your back, tuck your chin under, push into your hands and feel how that supports your spine. And then arching, lift your chest forward. And again, rounding, push your hands into the floor. Arching, lift your chest between your arms. Nice. So bring both elbows down so that they're down where your hands were. Interlock your fingers. We're going to do the same movement. Round your back, look towards your navel. Arch your back and look forward. And how smooth, how graceful, how elegant, how connected, how fluid can you be? And so there's been a few comments, and I hear them, you know, this thing where, I'm not how I used to be, or my body is XYZ. And so what I hear in that is I have this feeling in me that when I do loads of yoga, my body, I kind of feel like I begin to fly in my yoga practice. Great, come bring your belly on the floor. And at the moment, I'm not flying. It's like not happening and whatever, you know, it's years since I've flown in my body. But because I know that in me, rather than judging that I'm not there, I'm using that as a blueprint intention for I know that and it will happen, you know? So just feel that in you. Turn your palms, face them down, elbows are on the floor. And then lift your torso and look way down the beach. And stretch all the way down into your toes like your whole body is trying to see further. Nice. And then rounding your back, lift your belly a little bit off the floor. And drop your belly down. You lift, look way down the beach. And then lift your belly. Nice. And again, look way down the beach and feel like you're really trying to see further. I lift my nose, I lift my eyebrows. I kind of feel like my whole head is lifting higher. And then rock down, lift your belly off the floor. One more time. Lift and rise, look way down the beach. And then round and lift your belly. Nice. So find a place that isn't the full looky as such, and it isn't the dropping down. So just find a place where you're comfortable, you're long, you have an intention for length and strength in your body. You're soft, you're juicy, and then bend your right knee and try and bring your foot towards your bum. And just feel that. And breathing into your belly. Let the length be through your body. And then stretch your leg out long. And then bend your left knee. Imagine that your foot can come towards your bum. Careful, this is cramp territory, so don't force it. Just be kind. And then lower your foot down. Nice. Both feet. Bend both knees. Bring both feet towards your bum. And then find the tall, but really in your wellness. How do I get tall here? How do I get long? How do I draw my shoulders away from my ears? Create space in my throat. And then stretch your legs out long. And drop your belly down, or your head down, and let it rest on the back of your hands. Nice. And then just rock your bum from side to side. Nice. Bring your elbows to the floor again. And then do it sideways. So what you're going to do is, let's stay this way actually. So what you're going to do is you're going to walk your right elbow a little bit forward. So it's maybe 2 or 3 inches forward from where it is. And then you're going to bring your right forearm so that your hand is near your left wrist. Okay, so my right hand is pointing towards the left. And then push your left hand into the floor and land on the side of your body. So you're kind of mermaid kind of thing. And then bend your left knee and bring your foot to the floor. At this point, I feel like somebody should feed me grapes. So your left foot is on the floor, your left hand is on your knee, your right shoulder is comfortable, and so your elbow being slightly out rather than straight underneath your shoulder is easier. So just pause there. Nice. And then bend your left knee. And then lift your your right knee, sorry. And then glide your left foot behind you and come all the way up to sit into your zigzag. So you pushed yourself up and now your legs are in zigzag, okay? And then glide that top leg, bring your right hand to the floor, glide the left knee on top of the right, and then glide it back. Just doing gliders. And glide your left knee forward, and then glide it back. And as it glides back, how far back can it go? For me, I lean forward as my leg goes back. So draw your left knee as far forward as it goes, and then let your left leg slide back as far as it goes. And feel how your torso helps you get there. Nice. Next time your knees are over each other, take your left hand and tuck it in between your two ankles and hold on to the right ankle. So my hands are holding on to the under ankle, and then hop your hand in so it's closer, so you're sitting more upright. So you have to really pull with your left hand because that's going to become your anchor. Tuck your right elbow in and reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. If this feels too strong for any bit of you, then just bring your hand back down onto the floor. And then lean towards the left and look down towards your feet. Find that sense of stillness, that sense of reaching, connecting, being in the whole body. And then bend your right elbow, bring your hand to the floor. Bring your left foot behind you. Whatever way you do, come lie down onto your belly so that you're landing on your floor and your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Great. So then bring the left elbow forward, turn the left hand so it's pointing towards the right forearm, and then roll over onto your side. You're lying on your side, and then bend your right knee and bring your foot up towards your thigh and have your foot landing on the floor. And then hold on to the right knee and then lift your torso away from the floor. So I'm not collapsing downwards. I'm really getting long into my body. Nice. So bend the left knee. Lift the right foot up. Swing it behind you. And then using your hands, walk yourself up until you're in zigzag. Right. So in zigzag, you can bring your left hand to the floor, or you can do it without hands and just gliders. So draw your right knee forward, and then right leg back. So without hands, it's really quite tricky. And just feel how you do this. Let your torso really help you. So rather than it being, oh no, we have to stabilize and not move, let yourself really exaggerate what your upper body is doing, and notice how the more you exaggerate I feel like a gnarly tree when I do this, the more I can balance the weight of that leg. Let's feel whole body connection, whole body use. Nice. Next time your leg glides forward, let it rest on top of the other one. Bring your left hand to the floor. Tuck your right hand in between your two ankles. Hold on to the lower ankle. Tuck your elbow in on the left, and then reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. And then lean towards the right with your torso and look down towards your feet. Somebody else was telling me that they have a Ciara alarm now, that before they used to have to set their alarm, and suddenly they realized they didn't need it. I love this. It's such a funny, it's amazing. Routine and rhythm and, habits that we create that start to build resource in our lives. So amazing. Nice. Bend your elbow, bring your hand down, stretch both legs out long in front of you, and then just roll into your belly, big circles into your belly. Nice. So last movement, bring your feet wide, and then bend your right knee. And so your foot is on the floor. And then notice what happens when you drop your right knee into the middle. So for me, my bum lifts, I roll a bit over onto the leg and then come back, bum is on the floor, and then drop your knee out towards the right. And so my left leg turns and I've really long into the left leg. So just feel that. When you drop your knee in the direction of the floor, it doesn't have to get all the way down. You're listening to your range. And when you drop your knee all the way out, and drop your knee in and drop your knee out. So bring your right hand to the floor, bring your right elbow to the floor, and lift your left foot off the floor. So you'll feel there's a lot of engagement into that left leg, and then push down, come back up, drop your knee down. Okay, so just do that a few times where you really swing the leg up and then down. One more time, swinging up and down. Change. I've gone slightly over time, sorry. Drop your leg in, left leg in, and then drop the left leg out. And just feel what you do in your body. So it's not about being rigid. It's like, what does the rest of my body do? How do I recruit me to help me do the movement? Like, we are such an incredibly dynamic, organic, like mobile system. So let it move. Let it be strong together. Now begin to bring your left elbow to the floor. Lift your right foot off the floor. And then come back up. Left elbow to the floor. Lift your leg up. And then back. One last time. Left elbow to the floor. Lifting up. Come into a cross-legged position. And bring your hands to your heart and your chest. And just find that stillness again. Nice. And then just notice what you're grateful for. What are you grateful for today? Day 19. Amazing. Day 19. Incredible. Yeah, so you can stay there, sitting, holding your chest and your belly, or you can come lie down and just feel your wellness. Just be in the wellness of you and track it. Find where your wellness is. And, let it be sweet. There's that sense of, I was saying in one of the classes there, one of the Zoom classes, that it's almost like find your wellness and rest your head on it like a pillow, and that it's so wonderfully supportive and comforting. So really, be deeply in your wellness and let yourself be immersed in the fact that in this moment there is wellness. There is resource, there is okayness, there is health. Nice, guys. Sorry I went a little bit over time. And I shall see you all tomorrow. Amazing. Day 20. I always feel like when we get into the 20s that it suddenly is really fast to the end. Oh, and I've made the plan for the next one. It's going to be called Deep. And it's 21 days till December the 21st. And there'll be an hour-long workshop on the 21st for the solstice. My favorite day of the year. So great. I will see you all, and I'll be sending out information about Deep very soon. Dun, 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 dun. Have a wonderful day. Bye.